Milwaukee Bucks, and they're doing business on the road. It's an interconference NBA matchup. Sit back and enjoy this presentation of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, alongside Coach Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. And we've got David Aldridge, our Hall of Famer, patrolling the sideline. On the wing, Barnes. The offensive rebound. Here's Wembanyama. Lays it up and banks it in.
You have to be aware of Wembanyama on the boards. Really keep a body on it.
Coach, only 2 players have led the NBA in blocks as a rookie. Manute Bol and our favorite, Victor Wembanyama.
Well, Kevin, Wembanyama is already special defensively, not only as a shot blocker, but the amount of ground that he can cover to affect shots. And there are people around the league that believe that he can become the best defender of all time.
Oh, and Antetokounmpo hammers it in.
And Antetokounmpo slamming it down there, using his sensational will to finish with the flush. Yeah, a nice, strong finish on the inside.
But, Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality. Here's Lillard. After the basket by San Antonio. No good on his first attempt of the game.
Well, that one should be in his wheelhouse, but just off the mark.
Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Pass to Middleton. Back to Lillard. 6 to shoot. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the content. Harrison Barnes picks one up. Hey, GA, how about Damian Lillard's time in Portland? 11 magnificent years.
I mean, Kevin, arguably the best trailblazer of all time. Rookie of the year, then 7 All-Star appearances. Dame will always be a legend in the Rose City. Hey, Lillard has all the talent in the world, but, man, this guy is a great leader. Lots of charisma, and he holds his teammates accountable. And he's not going to miss many of those, especially that wide open.
And it is dangerous to let him get it going this early.
Now, here's Antetokounmpo. It's good.
And this is where you feed Giannis. The closer he is, the more dangerous he becomes.
Pass to Barnes. That one falls.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Takes the 13-footer, and he makes that one. Antetokounmpo's got 6.
And they really all have confidence in Antetokounmpo to run that set. They're willing to put every aspect of their offense in his hands.
And a sharp pass to set up that high percentage shot in close.
And Doc Rivers has called a timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played. The all-time leader in NBA wins, of course, the great Spurs coach, Greg Popovich. So, here is a guy who's a peer. What makes him so special, Stan?
Well, first of all, Greg Popovich is not a peer of mine, Kevin. I would never be that presumptuous. This guy is an absolute icon in the coaching world. I think from the outside, I think what makes him so special is he's never looked at himself that way. He's never rested on his laurels. He's a guy that's always evolving and trying to get better.
Love that assessment, but I do think you're his peer.
Not in any way.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. The Bucks use their size defensively to great impact. Coach Doc Rivers said, we're not fast, we're long. So we get our fingertips on a lot of balls, and that slows fast teams down. Switching keeps guys in front of you, and the more size we can put in front of people, the better we can be. Kevin?
BA, you follow this league for a long time. That sounds like a pretty good game plan.
Well, you have to appreciate a big man who can step up to the line and knock it down with confidence.
Portis, rebounded by the Spurs.
Well, give credit to the defense for cutting him off. Normally, that'd be easy points for him at the rim.
To the middle. Kicks it out to Prince. It's Trent on the wing. Lillard surveying the D. Trent can't hit. And so it's Paul with it, bringing it up for the San Antonio Spurs. They lead by 4. And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
Watch out. Wembanyama hammering that one home.
Good on the bucket.
Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
Here's Paul, and it's good, 2 points.
So shrewd and elusive on the drive. Once Paul sees an opening in the defense, this guy goes into attack mode.
And the basket by Lillard.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
It's Wembanyama at the elbow. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Wembanyama's got 10 points.
And this is what you want to see. Wembanyama attacking with authority inside.
Lillard outside. The tray. That shot, no good. A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through 1. Spurs lead by 6. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. Let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Spurs.
Well, the way they've been attacking inside is phenomenal. Consistently getting high percentage looks, and that's what great offenses are all about.
Baseline J on the way. Chalk up 2 there. Collins has got the opening basket here in the second quarter for San Antonio. Here's Antetokounmpo. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots. Stan, we talk about this every night. So much great young talent coming into the NBA. Is there one player, though, in particular, who right now stands out to you?
But I have to say, Kevin, Victor Wembanyama, I don't know that we have ever seen a guy of that size do the things that he does. Now, you can say, well, what about Nikola Jokic? Well, Nikola Jokic, first of all, is not Victor Wembanyama's size. And then Victor's handle and his length, the guy's incredible. He's going to be the face of the NBA for a long, long time.
And Giannis throws it down hard.
An amazing athlete. The length, speed, Giannis is borderline impossible to guard when he is playing downhill.
And timeout is called by Greg Popovich. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. Bucks making a change here.
In for the Bucks, number 20, A.J. Green.
Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Jones, no one around him. Here's Collins. Rebound, Milwaukee. And here is Portis. Still yet to score. Here's Giannis. Barnes grabs the miss. Spurs leading by 6. And Greg, 2 seasons ago, the Bucks ranked first in defensive rating. Last season, they dropped down to number 19.
Yeah, shifting defensive schemes, coaching changes, also swapping Jrue Holiday for Damian Lillard. But they can and should be better than 19.
On the wing, Barnes. Outside, Collins. Here's Castle. Pass to Champagnie. Nobody near Barnes. Misses the 3. Bucks trail by 6. There it goes out of Antetokounmpo. Doesn't go that time.
That's not a bad shot at all. It just didn't go in. Sometimes the process is right and you still get a bad result. Well, hey, you give him some daylight, he can knock it down.
To the inside. And Portis throws it down.
That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead him to the score.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, Giannis Antetokounmpo is not one to puff out his chest and chase accolades. He said, I put the work in. That's how I get my confidence. I don't follow the media or my stats. What I know is that I put the work in. I try to be the best version of myself. And that focus has served him well. Kevin?
It has. You know, his dedication, David, unquestioned. And we appreciate your report.
And we see this often now from Giannis. His offensive repertoire has become so versatile.
And that one's good, Barnes.
And if you look at this first half, overall, they've just had the better shot selection.
Yeah, they've done a better job executing offensively, moving the ball and creating high percentage looks.
And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in this second quarter of play. Lillard from outside sinks the triple. Lillard's got 9.
A downright lethal three-point threat. Lillard is someone defenders must stay attached to if they want to have any impact. Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
So it's the Spurs now after the missed 3 from Damian Lillard. Shot clock at 6. Sohan. The rebound by Middleton. Bucks trail by 10. Lillard outside. 20 feet out. And it's Lillard again missing. And so Wembanyama will bring it up for the Spurs. 10-point lead. This is their biggest. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Portis the screen. Lillard with it. Now guarded by Wembanyama. Lillard misses. Right wing. Here's Wembanyama. What a play! Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
Well, it's good to have a player on the floor with that kind of awareness. He recognized the situation.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. All right, Stan, let's put that coaching hat back on you. How in the world would you game plan for a player like Victor Wembanyama?
Well, that's a great question, Kevin, and there are no great answers because he's so good. I think when you're guarding him, you want to be as physical as you can and keep him as far away from the basket as possible to negate his length. Defensively, or when you're on offense, his defense, I think you want to use his instincts to block shots against him, take the ball at him, draw him, and get the ball to open people.
Sounds like a good plan.
Yeah, but if it were that good, it would work more often against the guy that good.
Oh, and Antetokounmpo hammers it in.
Well, sometimes you need more than just your stars, though. They've got to run something to get the other guys good looks.
With Giannis showing creativity.
In the long strides of Antetokounmpo, once he gets downhill, there's almost no stopping.
Offensive rebound. And Wembanyama throws it down.
Super work on the boards. Boy, they really want to put their foot down on him now.
Yeah, and once you've got him on the ropes, Greg, just keep swinging away.
Yeah, this is the spot where coaches want you to be relentless. Don't even give them a glimpse of hope.
Now here's Paul, following the miss by Giannis Antetokounmpo. And Doc Rivers has called a timeout. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy. Some changes here for the Spurs. Greg, you look at the great coaches. What are 1 or 2 of the most important qualities for success that you see?
Well, for me, Kevin, I think you got to be able to adapt tactically. I mean, that's huge, and especially in the playoffs. But most important, can you motivate and unify a locker room? That leadership quality is what really puts a coach over the top. Known for his scoring, there, Lillard with a fantastic pass in that screen and roll.
Trains it from beyond the arc.
Maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that D can afford to give him.
Three-pointer Lillard. Rebounded by Castle.
His shot selection's been poor. If I were coaching this team, he'd be sitting next to me.
Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Shot by Collins, no good. Bucks trailed by 11. Back to Lillard. Pass to Antetokounmpo. And here's Middleton. Jackson in the corner. For the three. Not going to go that time. Spurs leading by 11. Well, Greg, it took 40 years, but the Bucks finally won their second NBA title back in 2021.
Yeah, and Kareem leading that 71 squad. Giannis was the man in 2021, averaging 35 and 13 during the finals, closing out the Suns with that 50-piece in Game 6.
And San Antonio has possession after the miss from Damian Lillard.
That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you shouldn't miss.
Outside Jackson. Three-pointer. And it's Mamukelashvili with the rebound. Down low. Here's Collins. And the rejection by Giannis. Lobbed up there for Lopez. Kicks it out to Lillard. Here's the three. Rebounded by the Spurs.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
Well, the offense has to look for ways to get him easier shots, better selections. You have to be set up for success.
Bucks trail by 13. Jackson has the open look. A three-pointer is right on target.
You cannot leave him alone like that, especially from long range.
Pass to Jones. Here's Castle. From downtown, again the miss by the Spurs. On offense, here are the Bucks. Here's Giannis. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And how about the attack there from Giannis inside, going right into the defense and still able to get the shot up.
He misses the free throw.
Probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. And he sinks the second.
I think what makes Giannis special is how uncomplicated he is. The man is just an incredible, pure athlete who simply loves the game of basketball. That's all there is to it.
From deep, Trent hands it from downtown. Here's Wembanyama. He's got 14. Barnes, right side. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Barnes has got 12 points in the game. And so it's the San Antonio Spurs ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. Their shooting has been the big key.
The Bucks, 40.
And this is it. Glad to have you along. For this fourth and final quarter. Trent outside from the arc. The rebound by the Spurs. Here's Castle. Collins in the post. And finished off by Collins.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
Now that's too easy. As he says, let me add to my highlights.
You know, you were talking about Giannis. He can put up 30 a game without taking many shots from the perimeter. That's a tall order these days, especially because he gets doubled every single time.
Giannis Antetokounmpo taking 2 shots.
No good on that one. Stan, I've always admired you. Come from a coaching family. Was there a point growing up you knew you wanted to be a coach?
Yeah, look, I loved being around the game, and so 2 things happened that drove me into coaching. Number 1, I loved baseball, and I couldn't hit one, so that was out. And I wasn't a good enough basketball player to go on that way, so if I wanted to stay involved in the game, that's when I knew I wanted to be a coach.
But your dad had a little bit of that in his background. I say in a little kind of tongue-in-cheek, right? He was a guy that led the way in your interest there.
Yeah, my dad coached for over 40 years, and I think he had a great passion for it and always used to tell us that he never actually felt like he worked a day in his life. He loved it so much.
Following in his footsteps. Terrific story.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
2 shots.
He hits both from the stripe.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Hey, Kevin, during the last break, I heard Doc Rivers talking with his team. His emphasis was for more effort on the defensive end. He said we have to do a better job of communicating and helping each other up. They're getting too many easy looks. Let's make it hard on them. Kevin, they're going to have to if they're going to slow down the hot shooting of their opponent.
Thanks, David. Vassell outside. Ripped away. Fast break, Milwaukee.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Well, converting on those transition opportunities is just so important.
Pass to Barnes. Inside. Here's Wembanyama. Doesn't go for him. Bucks trail by 9. And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating.
I don't know that anyone covers as much ground in 1 or 2 strides as Giannis.
Vassell outside. A three-pointer, no good. Right side Jackson. And they double up Jackson. It's Trent on the wing. Off target from outside.
You know, the ill-advised threes isn't how you want to close the gap. They've got to have better shot selection.
And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Spurs?
Well, their passing has been just exceptional, and it's opened up the floor for them on numerous occasions.
Three-pointer, Lillard buries it from three-point range.
And the shot-first mindset of Lillard, when he sees an opening in the defense, he's looking to attack.
Back to Wembanyama. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That's on Brook Lopez.
Personal foul. Third team foul.
Gets the first, and that stretches their lead to 8.
A generational talent. For Wembanyama, the sky is the limit and the reality.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 9-point ball game here. On the wing, Jackson, and that one goes out of bounds. Pass touched by Lillard.
I don't know what the heck happened there. That's just a careless turnover.
Smart accurate passes, Greg, are really paying off for them at the moment.
And also good off-ball movement. Everyone is paying attention and looking to create the best shot for the team.
Vassell, no good.
You can see he just rushed that a little bit. Lost the focus, I think.
Three-pointer, Lillard. Barnes grabs the miss.
Yeah, there's no reason for the defense to get out on him right now. Just let him keep taking that shot until he shows them he's going to knock it down.
Drills the three-pointer.
Late reaction defensively. He quickly takes advantage, grows their lead.
Yeah, look, the truth is he doesn't need much space anyway. But that one was too easy.
Here's Wembanyama for 3. Lillard with the rebound. Bucks trail by 12.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for the Spurs.
Looking at both these teams, they're great rebounders, and on any given night, you might not know who would have the advantage on the board.
They made the most of those extra rebounds as well, Kevin.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Victor Wembanyama.
He has really stood out tonight with his work on the glass. You can see the extra effort coming through.
Back to Wembanyama. And Wembanyama throws it down.
And you know they feel good giving their fans a show here while taking care of business.
Yep, the crowd gets to go home feeling good about the win tonight. Their team looked impressive.
Goes up and lays it nice and easy. And the Spurs lead by 10.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. I think they built off that edge of being here and playing with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
And that'll do it, folks. So now for Greg Anthony.